Hey everybody, Mike Meena here at Augusta Financial. Hope you're doing well. I just want to let you know we had a little seminar over at the Hyatt earlier in the week. Steve Korn from Newhall Escrow and myself, and we brought in a panel of appraisers. We brought in 3 appraisers from the appraisal management company that we use here at Augusta Financial. All 3 of those appraisers have at least 10 years experience in appraising properties. They're all licensed here in the state of California, and they do FHA and conventional loans. Giving a little background on it, we learned everything that they do from the time they start till the time they finish and go in to do an appraisal, and went through all those time frames. We also talked about appraisal management companies and the HVCC appraisal process and how that works. One of the things that I think many of you already know is when some of these big banks order up an appraisal through HVCC, they're just picking off of a list of 5,000, 7,000, 10,000 people that are doing appraisals. So, you know, you've got your guy from Citibank that's doing a loan, and he goes ahead, he orders HVCC appraisal, and here comes some guy from Fresno to do an appraisal down in Santa Clarita. That is definitely what happens, and unfortunately, you can't control that when you have a Citibank or a Countrywide or a B of A or a Wells Fargo, or I guess Countrywide doesn't exist either. There's CalFed for that matter. But, you know, those kinds of things are difficult for you to deal with as real estate agents, and what you need to do is you need to have a little bit more control. And that's why we put the banking program together here at Augusta Financial, so we could go ahead and have a little more control and have appraisers that are in the areas and know the areas that we do appraisals and loans in. Some of the things that these guys brought up were the fact that, you know, when you get an appraiser, you should talk to that appraiser. So the guy calls on your listing on 5th Street, and you go, yeah, hi, Mr. Appraiser, you know, this is Joe, and, you know, what's going on? And basically ask him the questions that you want to know. Hey, have you ever appraised in Santa Clarita? Hey, how many houses have you appraised in Santa Clarita? Where are you from? Oh, you're from Laguna Niguel. That really doesn't sound good to me. You don't want to drive 90 miles to do an appraisal out here when you don't know the area. So interview those appraisers. If you decide you like them, great, bring them on out. If you don't like them, call the mortgage person back and say, you know what, I didn't feel comfortable with this appraiser. I don't know that he's going to bring the value to where the fair market value is. What I want to do is I want to get a different appraiser. If they can't reassign the appraiser, then reassign the lender. Because if this guy's not going to bring in the value at where you want it to be, then, you know, you've got to be very careful with those kinds of things. And, you know, this is your deal on the line, especially if it's an FHA loan. And, you know, FHA, they could turn that thing straight into HUD, and now all of a sudden you're stuck with that value for 6 months. You can also give the appraiser, when he comes out to the property, comparable sales. So we get by that first step. We get the appraiser out to the property. He comes by, give him the comparable sales, give him the sales data, give him the listings. You can mark down what kind of shape those properties are in. And then the other thing you guys want to do, and all you agents need to do that, is talk about your comments in the MLS. Make sure you build those properties up to what they really are. When a property sells, you know, and it's a thrasher, and it was a foreclosure, and it was this and it was that, and, you know what, please state that in the MLS, because when the person goes to buy the next house, we want to make sure that we really discount that house for, you know, needing 2 bathrooms, and, you know, it was missing a bathtub, and it was missing a roof, and this had to be rehabbed, and that had to be rehabbed. And the same thing goes if you have a house that was absolutely beautiful. State that it was beautiful. Hey, this is a former rehab. They put it all, it's all brand new, da 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 da, and then you're good to go that way. So, you know, in finishing, you really need to keep in mind, big banks use big pools of appraisers. So, you know, like I said, a Wells Fargo might have 7,000 appraisers. Mortgage brokers, what I was just until a few months ago, mortgage brokers have to do the same thing. We're selling our loans off to a B of A or a Wells Fargo or someone else. We're using that same pool of appraisers. But your small mortgage banker, they're going to be able to choose who is on their list, or once a person gets on their list, they're going to be able to figure out, you know, who's good and who's bad, and weed through the bad ones. So that's where you want to go. Stay to the mortgage banker, the smaller banker, and you'll be good. Let me know if there's anything you need. Give me a shout if you have any questions, or give anybody here at Augusta Financial a shout. We're happy to help with any of your clients' needs. We'll be holding some other seminars we'll be letting you know about here real soon. Thanks so much for listening. Sorry I ramble so much. Here at Augusta Financial, Mike Meena, 661-260-2970. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.